For local runners, the annual Thanksgiving morning 5K is almost as traditional as that day's menu. It's true of the 10th annual UF Health Turkey Trot and why early registration is key to participating. I'm joined now by the event organizer and UF Health Jacksonville events director, Megan Ortega Methven. Welcome, Megan.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So it's only mid-July. It's a little hot to be thinking about Thanksgiving. Why is runner registration open now?
So, our race hosts thousands of participants every year, and every year it grows by the thousands. Last year, we ended up closing the Monday before the Turkey Trot, and this year we expect to have about 5,000 participants. And once that closes out, we're going to close it, and you can't register. So, participation and registration is open now, just so that we can make sure that everyone can sign up a lot earlier.
And it looked like, so you're stopping the 5K enrollment at 5K, right? It's like a 5,000
Yes.
person maximum.
Yes.
And that's a big bunch of people.
Yes.
But this is a race. I mean, it's a serious race for people who are runners, but it's also really kind of a different spirit. Tell us a little bit about what it's like there in Atlantic Beach, what it is in the community, how that all kind of fits in on Thanksgiving Day.
Sure. It is a Thanksgiving tradition. Everyone comes out, even if they're not participating in the race, because there's Pete's right to the back of our race.
Pete's Bar.
Yes, and they have a big Thanksgiving tradition as well. So
Sure.
people come out from everywhere, whether they're from Atlantic Beach. I know I live in the Mandarin area. A ton of people come out from everywhere in Jacksonville to come to our race, start off the morning, go to Pete's, and then they do their Thanksgiving thing. So it's really a tradition.
And so it was formerly called Tony's Turkey Trot.
Yes.
Who's Tony? Remind us who he was.
So I can give you a little bit of the history of the Turkey Trot. So the Tony's Turkey Trot was started by Anne Marie Tucker, who had a nonprofit called the Tony Midori Fund. It was her father who had a TBI and started this race because of him.
And remind us what a TBI is.
It is a traumatic brain injury.
Okay. And that's ultimately people who have a TBI benefit from this,
Yes,
this fundraiser.
So programs at UF Health Jacksonville that revolve around brain injuries and traumatic brain injuries will benefit from this.
And so it was named after Tony, but then UF Health took over the race?
Yes, in 2019, we partnered with the Tony Midori Fund, and then eventually we bought the race, and it is now the UF Health Jacksonville Tony's Turkey Trot.
And how many years now has it been?
This is the 10th year.
Okay.
Yes, it's a big year for us.
So tell us some of the programs that this will support, because they're really very unique benefits for people who are going through treatment for a brain injury.
Sure. So over the years, we have not just programs, but we have purchased pieces of equipment. One thing that was really exciting that we purchased about a year and a half ago was the transcranial Doppler. It is a piece of equipment that you can use on your brain, and it measures the blood flow that's going on in there. So it's super important to catch a brain bleed because seconds matter. We also have supported numerous patients that have gone through our Haley Brain Wellness Program. The official name is the Leon L. Haley, MD, Jr. Haley Brain Wellness Program. It is for first responders and veterans that have gotten a traumatic brain injury, and it's very holistic. There are different programs within that program. So speech therapy, art therapy, equine therapy, physical therapy. So that's one of the programs. And then we also partner with the Brooks Rehabilitation for their Brooks Brain Injury Clubhouse. And so when you suffer from a brain injury, sometimes you're not able to go back into the community. So with loved ones, and if they're not able to be with them 24/7, this is a place and a clubhouse for people with TBIs to come and have a community as well.
So I have a couple people in my life right now with concussions. How is that different from a traumatic brain injury, or is it?
It is a little bit different, but it is a brain injury, and it's something that you should definitely get checked out.
But I mean, a traumatic brain injury is a kind of a more severe.
A little bit more severe, yes.
Yeah.
So it could be a true brain bleed that is going on and could eventually cause.
Is that the definition though, of a brain bleed? Is that kind of what makes it different from a concussion?
I'm not sure.
All right, we're going to ask a doctor about that later.
Yes, and I think we will eventually will have a physician come on and talk about
So,
that.
Megan, if people want to sign up, where can they do that, and when do you think they should do it by?
Sure. They should sign up as soon as they can. You can go to UF Health Jax, jax.org/turkey trot. So we have an early bird registration fee right now. It's $40 for the 5K, and that will increase starting October 1st. And then once it gets into November, it will increase again. So the highest price it will be is about $50.
The sooner the better.
Yes, the sooner the better. And with the capping out at 5,000, it's better to sign up a lot earlier.
Well, Megan Ortega Methven, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us about it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.